not turned off. Ooh! There you go. Okay. 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 Oof. It's all over my face. Hello, my darlings. It's me, Sarah Lunixo, and this is my YouTube channel. So today I decided to do a story with me, like story time with Sarah. I don't know. But a couple of you guys asked me why I had gotten suspended, because in my last video I had mentioned that I was suspended in high school. So a couple of you guys asked me what was it, like why was I suspended? Now, at the time it was like the end of the world for me. I mean, I laugh about it now, but at the time it was just horrible. Like I was so stupid. And this is one thing I did regret in high school that I did. I did a stupid mistake and I regret it, but it made me grow as a person. So I'm just gonna start off and like tell you guys what happened. But before that, I'm gonna give you guys a little intro, like not intro, but like a little background of like what led up to that. So yeah, let's get started. Well, senior year, so this is senior year. I started partying more, I started going out more, and as soon as I turned 18, I felt like, oh, like, yeah, ya estoy grande, I'm old enough to do whatever I want, blah, 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 you know, you start thinking like that when you're 18, you're like, ooh, because, like, you can, like, buy more things now that you couldn't before, like cigarettes and jewels and whatever. You know, some of my family members smoke cigarettes. So when I was little, I used to look at my tias or my tío smoking a cigarette, and I used to think that was okay, but it's not okay. And well, you know, my mom and my tia, the one, like my mom's twin, not my twin, my mom's twin, you know, they both had never smoked a cigarette. They don't like doing that. So like I grew up, you know, with them. So for some weird reason, I felt the need, oh, like I want to try it. The first cigarette I tried was at a party. And I kind of liked it, and I was like, oh, like I wanna keep smoking. So like in the party, like around like I think it was like September that I went to the party, and I started liking the cigarette. But I wasn't 18 at the time. Like the party was there, because my birthday's on September 21st. So as soon as I turned 18, I was like, ooh, like I want to buy a pack. But I never ended up buying one because I was really involved in church. So then around like December is when I started, like, you know, slowly isolating myself from like the church and like the church group I used to be in. I bought my first pack. And well, you know, like I started liking it, and my tia would catch me smoking and she would get mad and she would tell my mom, and we would have these talks and stuff. But you know, it's a really serious thing, okay? You really cannot play with cigarettes because you will get hooked on it. You really will. You know, I sadly got like a little like hooked on it, and you know, I kept buying packs and packs. And like I used to smoke when I was stressed, I used to smoke when I was like sad, and I like felt like I was cuffed to that thing. It was really hard to get off of it, and it was just horrible, you know? Like it's a bad thing. And it wasn't even that, like I haven't even, like I only smoked for a couple months. It wasn't even like a year that I would smoke, you know? So I feel bad for the people who are really hooked on it, that have been smoking for years, who are trying to get off. It's a really hard thing to get out of, you know. It really is addicting. Months go on, and then it is close to prom. I was gonna go alone to prom. I was gonna meet my friends there. This is so embarrassing because I feel like such a loser talking about this. You know, my plans didn't go as expected, and some friends were like, oh, I'll meet you there, and I was like, so I'm just gonna like go by myself, so this is so embarrassing, you know? And well, I was like, well, who cares, it's fine, whatever, I can go to prom by myself. And like I didn't want to go to prom with a date, like a guy, because I already went to prom with a guy once in my junior year, and it was my ex, and it was a piece of shit. Like it was a horrible prom. Like he made me mad and stuff, so I didn't want to deal with like having to commit with a person at prom. I wanted to go by myself or like with a girlfriend, but she bailed on me. Well, she didn't bail on me, it's just that she couldn't get her ticket on time, so it just sucked. So I ended up going by myself, and I didn't even, just by going by myself, I didn't even feel like going anymore. I was like, you know what, I don't want to go anymore. but I had just gotten a dress and stuff, so what was I gonna do about it? So I had to go. You know, I get ready, you know, my mom, and I feel really bad, you know. My mom really worked so hard to make this prom like the best for me, but I ruined it. And here's why. So, you know, I am getting ready for prom. I get my hair done, I get my makeup done by my girl Eileen. she's a big part of this story, okay? Like a huge part. You'll see why. So, you know, I get my hair and makeup done. I'm excited to go to prom now. Yeah, like as soon as I got my hair and makeup ready, I was like, okay, I want to go to prom now. Like I feel like I can go to prom by myself. It's okay. I'm that bad bitch. I can go by myself. I don't need a man. It's fine. So I get ready and I go back home and I get my dress and my heels and my jewelry, whatever. So, you know, my brother is taking me to prom. Like, well, he can't go to prom with me, but he was gonna drop me off of prom because yeah, girl don't have her license. Yeah, I am a mess. So, you know, I'm at the door to prom, and the prom wasn't even at school. It was at a different, like, it was in a salon, like in salon. Yeah, it's called the Deluxe. And honestly, the theme of that prom was so basic. I don't know who came up with it, and I'm sorry if you are seeing this video, but really, gala, really, that's the theme? No offense, but that was really basic, and I just was like, I didn't even get to enjoy it, so I shouldn't be talking shit. I go to the door, and I didn't think they were gonna check purses, but I had a pack of cigarettes in my clutch, but I meant to put the cigarettes in the car. Like, I meant to leave it in the car because I was gonna take the cigarettes to the club, like to the after. I don't know if anyone else's school, like if you're not from where I am, and we go to prom, and then the after prom is in the nightclub in Mexico. So yeah, I meant to take the cigarettes to Mexico, not to prom, but my dumbass left the cigarettes in the fucking clutch, you know, in my purse. And I didn't think they were gonna check, but I mean, literally I didn't even think about it. I was really being stupid. At the door, you know, I enter my ticket, ready to go in, and I'm barely going in, and this one fucking security, oh, she had a blast, like just busting me right there, because this one security, she hates me, she doesn't like me, she has personal issues with me. Like, it's like personal, like we have issues with each other. It's just personal. Like, everybody in the administration and the school board were literally right there in front to see me with cigarettes in the purse. So, you know, I'm barely entering, right? And then the security was like, let me check your purse. And I was like, oh, okay, bueno, pues, you know, like, con mucha confianza, like, with so much, like, confidence that I didn't have anything in there. I just gave her my purse. I wasn't even like, oh my God, I gotta leave, you know? It was more like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Because I thought I didn't have anything to hide. And the security, that's stupid. I really don't like her. But she was like, mira nomás, you know? Like, she just caught me, and like, I was like, what? And then she looked at Miss Travers, one of the ladies, like, in the office, like, in the administration or whatever. So, you know, Miss Travers was like, what's in the bag? And then, like, she saw the clutch, and, like, she's like, oh, you know. And then she pulled me to the side, and then she was like, we need you to call your mom. I was like, why? Like, I was really lost. I didn't know what was going on. She was like, we found cigarettes in your purse. And I was like, fuck, I forgot to put them in the car. I forgot to keep them in the car. I honestly forgot. I was like, let me just throw them away really quick. And then she was like, no, we need you to call your mom to pick you up, and we're gonna talk about your 9-day suspension on Monday. And I was like, no. And I started like freaking out, and I was like, oh hell no. Like, and I was trying to fight her for my bag back, and me and her were like pulling it, and then like she just like me lo bató. Like, she just grabbed it like that, and I like just froze, and I didn't know what to do. So guess what your girl did? I picked up my dress and I ran out of the salon. I ran out, like, I just freaking ran in these heels. Like, let me show you the heels. Okay, you know how fucking tall these heels are. They may look comfortable, they may not look too tall, but these bitches hurt. Okay, like, I ran in these heels. This heel is really weird. It's like, I don't know if you can see, they're really fucked up from that night, by the way, but I ran in these because, like, where the salon was, it's like a neighborhood. Like, there's like a neighborhood around. So, you know, I like passed by a couple houses by the Finitos. If you don't know what the Finitos are, I am so sorry. You're missing out. But I passed by the Finitos and I hid behind a bush in a random, like, house. And I was freaking out. Like, I literally ran away. I ran away from everybody there. I didn't want anybody to see me. So I just ran away. And I was freaking out so bad. I couldn't breathe. What I was feeling so much embarrassment because everybody in the freaking administration and some people that were at the door in line to get in saw me, and they saw how embarrassed I was. So, you know, I wanted to die right there. It was so embarrassing. Like, God, like, it's just like I get flashbacks and I want to cry because of how horrible that feeling was. I was like, oh my God, like, my junior prom was ruined by this guy. Now this year, I ruined my own prom. Like, I ruined it. Like, it was all of my fault. And I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? Like, I freaked out, and the only person I thought of at the moment that I felt I could trust with all my heart, that I just felt really comfortable talking to, was my friend Eileen, who did my makeup from prom. So I called her, like, and I was like freaking out and crying to her, not knowing what the hell to do. And then she was like, you know, like, really caring and so sweet. Honestly, like, a big shout out to her, because if it wasn't for her, I don't know what the hell I would do. So she was like, okay, like, calm down, like, I'll go for you. Like, her and her brother Rico, they came to pick me up. So, you know, I'm waiting behind the bush waiting for them, and I was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck do I do? You know, I was like really freaking out. I was crying. My whole makeup, like, I mean, it was still like intact, like, it was still like good, but, like, you know, like, it's just it was getting like a little messy. And she picked me up, and I started bawling my eyes out even more. I just couldn't believe it. I was in shock. It was like the fight or flight moment kind of thing, you know? I was like, either I fight the bitch for my purse back or I dip. So I just dipped. Just went back to her house, and I just started crying, like, in her room, like, and she was there to comfort me and to, like, calm me down, and I didn't know what to do. So Eileen told me to call my brother, you know, just so I can calm down. And I called my brother, and my brother, like, me hizo el paro. Like, he was like, okay, like, I'll pick you up around like 10 to make it look like prom, like, ended for you, and we'll come back to the house so you can change to go to the after prom, like, the after party. Because he was gonna take me, because he was like, the plan was that my brother was gonna take me across the line, that he was gonna be with me the whole night, so, like, basically babysitting me. So then, you know, I'm just waiting for it to be like 10 at her house, and, like, you know, I was just bawling my eyes out, and Eileen was saying, you know what, like, something bigger could have happened. You know, she was like, you know, making me feel better, telling me, like, not to freak out, you're okay, you know, she just was really comforting. And honestly, I don't know what I would do if she wasn't there for me. She was such a lifesaver, and I love her so much. She's like my big sister, really. She gave me like a glass of wine to calm down, but then she told me, like, you know, things happen for a reason, you know, like, just, like, you know, giving me like a little pep talk to calm down and whatever. So, you know, finally I had calmed down, and she, like, retouched my makeup a little bit, because, you know, obviously I did cry a lot. That my brother, like, came for me. And well, like, before getting home and the ride back home, my brother and I were talking, right, about, like, what the hell had just happened. My brother was like, do they have an ID? And like because, like, Miss Travers had kept my bag, and my brother was like, he's like, did you have an ID in there? And I'm like, no. And then he was like, then you're good. I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm okay, I'll be good, you know, like, I was, like, just trying to be positive about this stuff. I go back home, and I couldn't even look at my mom in the eyes. Like, I felt horrible, because my mom is my best friend. I literally tell her everything. I never really hide anything from her. Anything you can imagine, I tell her everything. Like, my mom is my best friend, and we have a special bond. And I was afraid that because of this, we would break the bond. My mom comes and she just follows me to my room, and I was like, oh no, when I'm like trying to get ready for the after. And my mom asks me, how was prom? It was great, Mom. I literally told her, I was like, it was great, Mom. I had a blast. I didn't even mean it when I said it. Obviously, I didn't mean it, but like, you can tell with my voice, like, it was great, Mom, you know? And then my mom was like, oh, okay. You know, it's just so sweet. My mom is such an angel. I'm gonna cry. But like, you know, it was just horrible lying to her like that. Like, it really did suck. Oh, my mentality for that night was like, you know what? I already ruined prom. I'm gonna get in trouble. Might as well just go along with the night, you know? And I didn't tell my mom because I just wanted to go to the club. To be honest, I wanted to go to the club, and I wanted to have one more good night before like all the bad stuff happens. And I didn't even enjoy the club because, well, first of all, the music was just a piece of shit. And, well, I didn't even enjoy prom night, like the after prom night, because, like, all I could think of was what's gonna happen to me on Monday. Like, am I gonna get suspended? Like, what's gonna happen to me? That's all I kept thinking about, even though I kept taking shot after shot to, like, que se me quitaba. No se me quitaba. I would just be like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So, you know, like after a while, I did get over it a little bit, and like Tiffany did come out a little bit. If you guys don't know who Tiffany is my alter ego. It's the girl that comes out of me when I'm drinking. Fuck. And then Monday happened, and at my school it was block schedule, and I'm nervous as shit. I was like, oh my god, because we had like 2 hours in, like the schedule's weird, so it was like 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Yeah. And then the next day would be 2nd, 4th, and 6th. And like block schedule is like when you're testing or whatever, and you have 2 hours in a class, you know. So first period with my economics teacher. Now, I clearly remember that teacher telling me like before that weekend, like before prom weekend, like on Friday, he was like, have fun, you guys, don't do anything stupid. And I did that, and I was stupid. So, you know, I go to first period, and I was really freaking out, and I told my friends, I was like, oh my god, like, I think I'm gonna get suspended. They're like, why, what's wrong? So I was like, oh, because, like, you know, I was like explaining to them, because like not everybody knew what the hell happened, because I was keeping it on the down low. But like my 2 friends from that class, like my 2 girls, hey, you know who you are. I was like, oh my god, like, what am I gonna do? You know, they were like calming me down. They're like, you're good, they didn't have an ID, you're good. So I was good. So then, third period happens, right? And, you know, like after an hour, because it's like 2 hours in the class, yeah. After the 1 hour, I was like, they could have called me by now. Like, they should have called me by now. Like, I'm fine, aren't I? Like, I should be fine. Nope. As soon as I said that, I was like, okay, I'm good. Then the security, the one that really doesn't like me, comes there, and then she's like, "Sara de la arriba!" Like, literally, I yelled out, "Fuck!" Like, I was so like, shit, I'm like screwed. I'm really screwed. So I go get my things because I already knew what was up, and I just leave, and I go to the office, and I go into Miss Travers's office. So Miss Travers, she had my purse and the cigarettes and the lighter there, like, you know, all in a row on her desk. And I sit there, and I'm like, I already knew what was gonna happen. And then she was like, you think I would forget? And I was like, I was hoping you would. I was hoping. And well, you know, we did the whole process. She made me call my mom, and my mom came in, and I literally started bawling my eyes out. As soon as I saw her, I just bawled my eyes out. Oh my god. And we had to call my dad, because my dad couldn't be present in the room, but he wanted to be part of this. My dad was in Tucson, because he lives in Tucson. So, you know, we just went through the whole process. They were going to give me a 9-day suspension, but they ended up limiting it to my 5-day suspension. The program was, I do 5 days of suspension, but in those 5 days I have to have 20 hours of community service. And my community service hours, I did them at my church group. You know how embarrassing it was, because I used to preach about like, oh, don't do drugs, kids, don't smoke, you know, and here I am doing the complete opposite. I see I see everybody from church, and it was just really embarrassing having to do community service hours there. Oh my god, it was just a horrible experience. But you learn, you live and you learn. Luckily, I don't smoke cigarettes as often. I'll only like smoke a cigarette when I'm out, but it's only if like somebody shares it with me, like if somebody like gives me one, you know. So I don't have a pack with me anymore, so I'm proud of myself, and I don't plan on getting a pack anymore because they're bad for you. It doesn't look good. I mean, it only looks good when it's Lana Del Rey, let's be honest. Well, it's just a nasty habit, and I don't want to be sick, and I just want to be healthy. So yeah, like, I mean, I learned from it. For a stupid mistake. No, and it was funny because when I got back from my suspension, everybody was kind of shocked because I had the reputation of being a little goody two-shoes because I would go to church all the time. And when I get back, my first period teacher was like, "What the hell? I thought I told you not to do anything stupid." And I was like, I know. It was so embarrassing. But, and most of my teachers would give me shit for it. And what sucked about it was that once I got back to school, the teachers were being such assholes. Like, only a couple of them were really nice about it, really nice to me about it, because they understood, like, hey, you know what, you make a mistake, it's fine, like, todo bien. But some teachers were, like, being bitches. My grades went down so low, you guys. It was so low. It was horrible. It was just 5 days, but my grades went from like A's, B's, and C's to like D's and F's. Most of them were F's. And I had to start all from scratch. And like I couldn't make up any of that work. Some of my teachers were not letting me make up any work. So I was afraid I wasn't going to graduate, and I ended up graduating like barely, like de panzazo acá, like barely. I don't even know how I graduated, but I did, because honestly with the grades I had, they were horrible. I don't know how I made it. It sucked ass, I really did. I wish my prom night would have been like the perfect prom night, you know, but no, it wasn't. Sadly, it wasn't. It's just sometimes it don't work that way. I think life needed to slap me in the face. I was really getting addicted to cigarettes. I learned that mistake now. I do regret it. It's not funny. Like, well, I mean, I laugh about it sometimes, but like, it's not funny. It really does suck. So you guys who are in high school, don't do anything stupid. Like my first period teacher used to tell me, don't do anything stupid. And my mom didn't yell at me. She just didn't let me go out for a little bit. But my mom told me, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna hit you or anything, because only you knew how you felt that night. And she's right. And that feeling isn't pretty, you guys. And my friend Eileen told me, like, God doesn't give you tasks you cannot handle. So she's definitely right, because I thought I wasn't going to be able to handle being suspended. And I mean, I guess it wasn't like anything like bad. Like, I mean, it was bad, but like, because being suspended sucks, it's not like something worse could have happened that night. Let's just put it that way. So for all you guys that are like in high school or whatever, just don't do anything stupid. Really, like, take it from a person like from me. Like, I got suspended, and it really did suck. That shit happens, and you live and you learn, and well, yeah. So moral of the story, don't do anything stupid. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't take cigarettes to prom, period. Don't take anything to prom, period. So that was my dumbass mistake in high school. That's probably the only thing I regret, I think. Well, yeah, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Follow me on all my social media, on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.